Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Movie Quiz. I am your host, Chris Van Nelson. In just a couple minutes, you and I will be embarking together on a 50-point trivia odyssey through film trivia puzzles, much to your chagrin, if last week was any indication. But this is a completely interactive game if you've never played before. All you got to do is head to play.themoviequiz.com. This is our 8th week of the season, 8 out of 10 already. It flies by. It's incredibly fast. I can't believe it. It is our second of 3 Ghost Twins related games. Before we have one more game before the championship, which will be on December 6th. So it's really exciting. Get your team signed up if you haven't already. We have choices to be made here. Let's jump in. Let's get going, and let's jump into in-game mode. Let's just cut the shit, and let's let's just go. How is everybody? How are you doing? Let me know in the chat how you are. How your week was. Was it good? Was it bad? Did you watch movies? Yeah, it is in-game mode. The portal has been opened. All right, so let's jump into our first choice. We got choices to be made here. We our first round, our Q&A round, the theme based on the Ghost Twins from the Matrix is Deja Vu. We already did twin films last week, so now we've got artists who remade their own movies and actor by repeated word. All right, so those are our options this week. Whatever doesn't get chosen will force our hand next week. But this week there is still a multiverse. We'll be forging 2 multiverses, 2 branching universes, because we're choosing this week and we're choosing next week by elimination. I'm once again drinking one of my wife's homebrewed beers. It is a stout and it's very good. No label, 0 label. That's how you know it's cool. All right, so let's see where we are headed for this week's Deja Vu round. We are going through the door marked artists who remade their own movies. All right, artists who remade their own movies. I'm excited for this one. So this is directors and actors who went back to the well. They were involved. They made a movie, and the movie got remade, and they were part of it in some way, shape, or form. All right, here comes your first question of the game. In the 1972 thriller Sleuth, Michael Caine matches wits with his lover's older husband. For the 2007 remake, Caine aged into the elder role, while what actor took over as the younger character? Colin Farrell, Jude Law, Clive Owen, or Daniel Craig? So Michael Caine was in both versions of this movie. He was the sexy young stud. And then he was the old man. Okay, here we go. So which one of these actors took over from Michael Caine? It was Jude. Jude Law was the sleuth. I don't know which one was this, if they were both a sleuth. I don't remember either version. All right, question number 2. Alfred Hitchcock wanted some fresh suspense when he made this movie for a second time in 1956. So he forbade the screenwriter from watching the original or reading the original script. Was it The Man Who Knew Too Much, Rear Window, Dial M for Murder, or Rope? And looking at the chat from Avis and Bobo, will there be a game next week? There will definitely not be a Multiplex of Madness Season 11 game, but I am going to ask you all, I'm going to poll the audience at the halfway point as to, I have something I could do next week, but I don't know. I want to gauge y'all interest. Y'all's interest? Use interests. I need to know your interest. If you'll show up. And I'm not going to show up and do it by myself. That would be embarrassing and sad. All right. So, which one of these movies did Alfred Hitchcock make twice? He made The Man Who Knew Too Much. The Man Who Knew Too Much in 36 and 56. I forget. Ooh, 56% got the movie from 1956. Cosmic. All right, question number 3. The 2007 UK dark comedy Death at a Funeral was remade in the US in 2010 with what Game of Thrones actor playing the deceased's secret lover in both versions? Was it Sean Bean, Amelia Clarke, Peter Dinklage, or Lena Headey? There's some differences between the two versions of the movie, but this person from Game of Thrones played basically the exact same role in both versions amidst a completely different cast. Yes, Bill Murray's The Man Who Knew Too Little. That was in a weird fallow period. Man Who Knew Too Little. He did that elephant movie too, Larger Than Life, and he did Wild Things in there. He was doing some weird shit in that weird Murray period. All right, so the actor who was in both versions of Death at a Funeral is the Dink. It's Dink, Peter Dinklage. Let's see how everybody did. 75%. Yeah, it's the Dink. All right, question number 4. In The Longest Yard, Burt Reynolds played an NFL quarterback turned inmate. He then returned playing a coach in the Adam Sandler-led remake. What is the character's nickname in both versions? Is it Paul Wrecking Crew, Paul Motley Crew, Paul Skeleton Crew, or Paul Pit Crew? Which one of these? Same character name. Reynolds was in both versions. But much like Michael Caine, he aged into the old man role. The Sandler. I don't think I ever saw the Sandler remake, but I feel like it was like a big success. It was in that stretch where like Sandler was untouchable. He could make just the worst shit and everybody showed up. All right, so the name of the football player turned inmate in both versions is Paul Wrecking Crew. Wrecking Crew is your answer. Curious says, very overwhelmingly people got this. Nice job. Question number 5. Penelope Cruz starred as Sofia in the Spanish film Abre los Ojos, as well as its 2001 stateside remake, which had what title? She like the Dink, played basically the same character in Abre los Ojos and the American version, which was called what? All right, a lot of people taking the direct translation route and going with "Open Your Eyes," which is what Abre los Ojos means, but that is not the name of the movie in America. The movie in America is Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky is Abre los Ojos' remake, and a good one of the rare good American remakes. Let me know in the chat what you think about American remakes by and large. I think by and large they stink usually, but let's talk. Let's say what are some of the good ones? I count Vanilla Sky in the higher echelon of the American remakes. I've heard that the American Let the Right One In is pretty good too, but I don't think I ever actually saw it. All right, question number 6. This director's 1989 TV movie, LA Takedown, got some major upgrades, mainly Pacino and De Niro, when he remade it into Heat 6 years later. What director made the TV movie LA Takedown, then remade it as Heat? Yeah, Vanilla Sky was solid. Love Vanilla Sky. Trying to think of other good American remakes. It's hard to think of a. Well, The Departed is one. The Departed is a good one. Having no context what it was. Yeah, no, I think I went in cold. I very rarely go in cold to a movie. Because I'm just, or I mean, I guess I do more now that I have kids, but before I had kids and I had more time on my hands, I would just read everything about movies that were coming out, and I was always spoiled. But I went into Memento, totally blank slate, and that was amazing. That was great. That was like, I actually had to figure out what the fuck was going on, because I was like, wait, we saw this already. It took me like the first 10 minutes, I got it, but it was very fun experience. Departed is a remake of a Hong Kong movie, if I'm not mistaken, Infernal Affairs. Yep, Mild Honest Bonsai. I think it's from Hong Kong, right? If I'm not mistaken. All right, so the answer here for who remade L.A. Takedown, it's my uncle, Michael Mann. Michael Mann Nelson is your answer, Michael Mann. All right, question. Where is it? There it is. There it is on the stream. All right, question number 7. All of these American remakes were helmed by the foreign film's original director, except for which one? Your options are The Vanishing, The Grudge, Old Boy, or Funny Games. So for all 3 out of 4 of these, the original overseas director, foreign language film director, came back for the American remake, but not which one. All right, time is up on that one. The answer is Old Boy. It's Old Boy. Old Boy was a Spike Lee joint, the Old Boy remake. And you know who was in that? Brolin. Brolin was the Old Boy. He was crawling out of that little steamer trunk there. I think it's Spike Lee's only remake, if I'm not mistaken. I've said if I'm not mistaken several times tonight. That's if I'm not mistaken, rut. All right, here is our last question of your first round. Sean Connery returned as 007 in 1983 in the non-official Bond movie Never Say Never Again, which was a remake of which previous Bond film, the 4th in the main series? Was it From Russia with Love, Dr. No, Thunderball, or You Only Live Twice? This is a whole mess. Never Say Never Again, because it was like a rights issue. Some scorned producer had the rights to this movie. That's the answer. He still had like the rights to it, so he was able to make a non-official Bond movie. If I'm not mistaken. All right. Time is up. The answer, the 4th movie in the main James Bond canon, is Thunderball. Thunderball is your answer for this one. Close between, well, not close, it's but about twice as much, but a pretty sizable amount bit for You Only Live Twice. All right, so let's take a quick look at your scores and standings here. After one round, we've got Schermerhorn Stars with 2, Colo Solo with 3, Green Woods, and Stallone versus Johnson, the trial of the century. Oh, we watched, my wife and I stayed up way too late last night watching the Stallone documentary, and it was very captivating. It was good. Sly. Hot Dog Hideout, they all got 4. Quiz Lady, Quiztastic 4, both have 5. We got a lot of 6s. We own the City Optimist, Marley, Sterling Cooper, and Chris the Curator with 7. We got Avis and Bobo, and a 3-way tie with perfect scores to start the game. A few good answers, the producers, and the Oslo condition. All right, so that brings us to our next choice to be made, which is going to be in our picture round. With the theme of the picture round is technology. And let me find the choices. And it's much easier as the game. I don't have a million categories to go through. All right, so we already used memes last week. And this week we've got robots in space and killer apps. Robots in space and killer apps. All right, make your choice. Let's open the door and forge our destiny. So next week in Deja Vu, what are we going to have? What was the other option? I forget already. I wrote all these. I should know. Oh, actor by repeated word. That's a fun one. I'm looking forward to that one. Actor by repeated word is going to be our last Deja Vu category. All right, so let's see what technology door we're going to open for our picture round. Oh, damn. It's a tie. It's a flat-footed tie. All right, so it's going to the vice president. The vice president has to break the tie. Which one do I want to do? Let's do killer apps, because that one's a little different than picture rounds usually work here on the show. It's going to be a matching round. All right, so let's try this out here. Let's here, let me find it. Here it is. Okay, so you've got two banks of images here. Okay, you got AI on the left hand side over. Wait, where is it? Here, and then further over, you've got someone that they either killed or that they've caused the death of pretty directly, but they didn't actually, choke the life out of them, whatever. All right, so for these, you can type in an alphanumeric combo. You don't have to type who they are. You just have to type, like, for number 1, if you think number 1 is B. If you think number 1 killed letter B, you can just put B in that spot. Or you could put 1B or B1, right? So you don't have to type out who any of these people are. You just have to match the alphanumeric in the right spot, okay? So I'll give you 4 minutes. I think probably you don't need that much for a matching one. We'll see, but I'm going to put 4 minutes on the clock. And we're going to start it now. All right, good luck, everybody. Just about at the halfway mark, a little under 2 minutes, a little more than 2 minutes down, a little less than 2 minutes to go. think everybody seems to get the concept. So looks good. But if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. We got a minute and Alright, it's getting to that time. Gonna start the timer now. Here we go, countdown. Time is just about up. All right, I'm going to just look through these real quick as I tell you the answers. All right, number one, that is Arnold in the original Terminator, and he matches with... Oh, the fucking song is playing again. Hang on. There we go. All right, he matches with F. That's the Sarah Connor, who's not Sarah Connor, Sarah Ann Connor. Number two, that is Vicky from iRobot, and she matches with D. That's James Cromwell. Three, that is the Gunslinger from Westworld, and oh, look at that. That's James Brolin. It's a senior Brolin in it. We're Brolin in it all over the place here. That's from Westworld. Number four, that matches with G. That's in Ex Machina. Number five, that is Mithrigan, who matches with C. She's pulling his ear off. Number six, here, you know what? These all look good, so I'm going to open them up, and so you can see the names. Pardon me, I'm getting over a cold, but I feel much better. Number six, I'm surprised. Let me check number six. Why that? Not a lot of correct answers on that one, but it's Roy Batty. He kills Eldon Terrell. His maker, he like crushes his head or something, right? Number seven, that's ED-209. He kills this guy whose name is Kinney, apparently. That's what I found out in RoboCop. And eight is Ash, who kills Kane he kills him by, not directly. That's like one of the more indirect ones, but he does kill him. All right, so let's do the short round now before we check in with the scores and standings. Excuse me again. All right, so our short round for this set of games is in martial arts. Last week we did the Ninja Turtles colors. That was our short round last week, and this week we got Masters and Sensei and tournaments. Masters and Sensei and tournaments. All right. Curious to see where we're going to land. I think both of these are actually on the easier side. Let's see. So let's see where your heads are at and what you all want to go with. Tournaments. All right, we're gonna go into tournaments. Here we go. Let's find our second one. All right, so for all of these, I'm gonna give you a character that participated in a tournament, And wait. I gave you the wrong one. Now you can study these. I should be doing these. How did that happen? There we go. Okay. You got a sneak peek at next week's questions, but that one's honestly pretty easy. All right, so tournaments. Here it is. Okay, so you're just gonna name the movie for this one based on someone who participated, a character that participated in a martial arts tournament in the movie. 1, Johnny Cage. 2, Johnny Lawrence. 3, Tommy Conlon. And 4, Lee. So you got Johnny, Tommy, and Lee. All right, so order does count on this one. Make sure you put 1 in the first spot, 3 in the third spot, etc. I will give you, how long? I'll give you 2 minutes for this one. Since it's short, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna give you, let's do 90 seconds. Is that long enough? I think 90 seconds is long enough. I can't find a good timer. So I'm gonna give you a couple seconds here, and then I'll start the 15 seconds. Someone did choose open the portal. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna start the timer now because I got a good crop of answers. All right, I'm just going over these. Let me check them. Someone said that if you had any issues with scoring in the last round, let me check the chat to see if anybody had any scoring issues. Okay, definitely put A for number 6. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna check. I will check number 6 in a second. I might have to go back and do it just for the later, just for the sake of the game. But or if we have a spare second. But let me just regrade these. I think we're all good. All right, so this one, your martial arts tournaments by competitors. Johnny Cage, he is from Mortal Kombat. Let's see. Let's open it up. See how everybody did. We got the Karate Kid. Johnny Lawrence is from the Karate Kid. Tommy Conlon, that is from Warrior. And Enter the Dragon is the Bruce Lee one. Enter the Dragon. All right, let me while we're here, let me go take a look at that one real quick and figure out what happened, what went wrong. Weird. It's very strange. I don't know why it's. All right. I don't want to get bogged down in this. I'll fix this. Let me see. Oh yeah. It has a lot of people. Wait. Let me see if this does anything. Sorry, this is very boring television. All right, I see everyone's correct answers. I don't know what happened there. I will update your scores when I do the standings. So I'll give everybody. It looks like most people got it right. It was you could just add a point mentally for the time being, and I will make sure that you get that point for real when we get to it. All right, so all right, it's let's see what our scores and standings look like here. We got Trivia Rocks with 2, Colo Solo with 4, Wapiti with 5, Quiz Lady with 6, Stallone with 7, Schermerhorn also with 7, Greenwoods and Optimus with 10, Chris the Curator, we own the city with 12. We own the city with 13. Hot Dog Hideout and the producers, and Sterling Cooper and Quiztastic 4, all with 15. Marley and Avis and Bobo with 17, and a two-way tie, 19 points apiece, with a few good answers and the Oslo condition. All right, so sorry about sorry about the glitch and then the weird lull while I tried to figure that out. I hate silence and dead air, but I want to make sure that everybody gets their points. I don't know, I messed something up somewhere in the programming for sure. That's why okay, so let's that brings us to our next choice portal here. Oh no, it doesn't. I always forget this because it's new this season. So it's time for our halftime quiz. Our halftime choice to be made. There's actually two things that we're doing here at halftime. One, do you want to double your score? I feel like almost everybody has doubled their score. I feel like almost everybody who's gonna double has doubled by now. So I'm just gonna run it real quick. But that brings us to the real question is the next one, which is, here we go. Let's see. Did anybody say yes? I'm curious. No, nobody's doubling tonight. Probably because you already did it, and a couple people are downloading the Iron Man virus. All right, so this next one, a Thanksgiving Eve game. Here's the question: would you play? I am considering. Would you play a pre-recorded Thanksgiving Eve game if I ran it next Wednesday night, just for fun? It's not a it is not going to count. It would be something that I'd record this weekend, and it would be a rerun, basically. I'm not going to rerun an old episode. I'll re-record it, tweak the writing a little bit. But are you around? Would you want to do that? Because it would be work for me, and I'm not going to do the work if no one's going to come. So I'm just curious. I just want to, if you want to do it, I want to do it. Because I'll do it like we did pre-tapes last season, where I record it, I edit it down, and then I will be running the game live, and I will be in the chat, so it'll be like I'm there. I will be there, but not doing the show live. So let's see what people say. I'm curious. Yes. Okay. We got 39% yes. And some maybes. So that's like that's half. And someone else downloaded another Iron Man pierogi virus. Okay, so let's do it. Screw it. Let's do it. We'll meet back here. Maybe we'll do 8 o'clock. Maybe we'll do 8 o'clock since Meredith is not doing the show next week. Maybe we'll bump it up, or maybe we'll keep it the same. Maybe I'll ask you another poll for that one. All right, so now it's time to keep choosing choices to be made. Oh, and what it's going to be, by the way, is it's going to be a replay or a replaying, not a rerun, of our Thanksgiving game from 2 years ago. If you did not play the Thanksgiving game, if you were not in the TMQ fold 2 years ago, we did on the week of Thanksgiving an all Tom Hanks game. So we're gonna be playing it again next week, and maybe I'll throw in some more things, specifically Thanksgiving related shows, questions for the show. All right. Yep. We are doing the Thanksgiving show. All right. What are you thankful for? All right. So it's gonna be real silly, real dumb. I do have a special. It's not Iron Man. It's not pierogies. I have a Hanks related guest lined up for this one. All right. So that brings us to our puzzle round here in hairy characters. We did mustache picture puzzles infamously last week, which leaves us with hair raising rhymes and hair stylish names. Hair stylish names is another matching round. So if you don't want to do the same kind of round twice in one game, go with hair raising rhymes. Just forewarning, in case you don't want a repetitive night. It's the stylish names is same kind of structure. as that killer apps round. Well, maybe you like that. Maybe it was easy to have a finite pool to choose from. Let's see. Let's see what you all think. All right, it's hair-raising rhymes. All right, cool. We're going with hair-raising rhymes. All right, so the way this one's going to work, it's like a rhyme time puzzle, but sort of in reverse, okay? So each of these puzzles is going to be about a hairy character. It could be like an animal character or just a hairy dude. But there's going to be, hang on, I'll just show you here. There's 1, 2, 3, or 4 words in the puzzle that will rhyme with that character's name. I'll tell you how many words I'm looking for. So I'm not looking for the character's name. I'm looking for the words in the puzzle that rhyme with that character's name. Okay? If that makes sense. It's sort of like when we do the like characters who are hidden in it, hidden in the text, and I'm not looking for the character's name, but the words that are hiding that character's name. For this one, I'm looking for the words that rhyme with each character's name. All right, so here, let me take this out of here so I don't have to look at it. All right, so for this first one, this hairy co-pilot belongs to a towering race of alien creatures who block a lot of doorways. Okay, 3 words. So 3 words. This one I didn't write an example, so I'll use this one as an example that you can get a point for. We're talking about Chewbacca, right? So there's 3 words here that rhyme with Chewbacca. Give me those 3 words. Type those 3 words. Okay? That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for Chewbacca. I'm looking for the 3 words that rhyme with Chewbacca. Cool? All right. Excellent. Let's I think that should do it, right? You should understand it from that. Let's see. Where is this? Okay. Yeah, don't give me the character name. Give me the 3 words that rhyme with that character's name. Just try and put a different kind of spin on the rhyming puzzles. All right. So there's 3 words. What 3 words here rhyme with Chewbacca? Who block a lot of doorways is your answer. Who block a rhymes with Chewbacca, right? Cool. All right. You'll see I don't know if you like it. Yeah, okay. You don't know what's going on, but then you do, and then it's fine. That is the TMQ way. That it makes no sense at first, and then you get it. Okay, here we go. Here comes your second. This hat-wearing hairball doesn't fit in with most of society, but he definitely belongs in the Addams family. 2 words. 2 words. So think of the character, and then think of the 2 words that rhyme with that character's name. I'll give you time for this one. For all of these, I'll give you time for these. All right, now I've got 9 answers in, so and they're all correct. So you get it. Rough start, I know. But I didn't have time to come up with I guess I did have time because I had all of it last week too, but I didn't want to come up with an example. I couldn't. I ran out of, I tried to. I ran out of guys. But everybody who submitted got this one right. You know that we're talking about Cousin It. Cousin It rhymes with doesn't fit. Cousin It doesn't fit, right? Doesn't fit is your answer. It says 72%, but everybody who submitted got it right. All right. Question number 3. This fuzzy spy may have been a master of his own groovy time, but he's lost in ours. This fuzzy spy may have been a master of his own groovy time, but he's lost in ours. See, now I think it's easy now, right? Now that you get it. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with the Chewbacca one at first. All right, so for this one, we're talking about Austin Powers. What 3 words here rhyme with Austin Powers? Lost in hours. Lost in hours is the correct answer. And almost everybody got it. That was very well done. All right, question number 4. If it wants to come up. This squat, bearded member of the Fellowship is fond of swinging his axe and traversing dimly lit mines. One word. Just one word. Yeah, I should have built up to the Chewbacca one. I should have started with like a 2-worder. I was having like just a random thought today that I should put like this would be a bad idea. This would be a really bad idea. I'd really be opening myself up here, but like programming in like a comments box at the end of the quiz, just like what would you suggest? What happened? Did you miss any points that you should have gotten? Yeah, so yeah, no, not all. Yeah, everyone got confused, and yes, they will all all rhyme with Chewbacca. All right, yes, dimly pun of groin. I did try to go for a son of gloin rhyme before I gave up. All right, so this one we're looking for Gimli. So dimly is your word. Dimly is the word, and of course the Lord of the Rings trilogy, written by J.R.R. Tolkien. And you may not know this, but who played J.R.R. Tolkien in a movie just simply called Tolkien? Holt! Nicholas Holt played J.R.R. Tolkien in I don't know, it came out in 2018, something. He played Tolkien. So there you go. No holds barred, baby. Right there. Boom. On this Gimli question. Holt. It's Holt o'clock. All right. Holt a Cotby. All right. Question number 5. Though many wizards were dubious, acrid smells of dark magic let this Hogwarts groundkeeper know that Lord Voldemort had returned. 2 words. 2 words that rhyme with this character's full name. All right, this is a very hairy gentleman, played by the late Robbie Coltrane. We're talking about Rubeus Hagrid. So your 2 words here are dubious, acrid. Dubious, acrid are your 2 words that rhyme with Rubeus Hagrid. All right, 56% got that one right. All right, question number 6. The makeup effects on this titular Sasquatch really do carry the movie. But John Lithgow did a pretty good job as George Henderson. 1 word. 1 word rhymes with the character that we're looking for here. Anybody see the Holt Tolkien movie? J.R.R. Holtkin. Curious if it's any good. All right, so the character that I'm looking for here, the movie, is Harry and the Hendersons. So one word that rhymes with Harry is Carrie. Harry Carey. If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? Harry Carey. All right, Carey, most people got that. Nice job. 2 questions left in this round. All right, number 7. Too bad this character, a.k.a. the dude, was so mellow that he left the house key in his front door, letting in the thugs who peed on his rug. 4 words. 4, our biggest one here. Too bad this character, a.k.a. the dude, was so mellow that he left the house key in his front door, letting in the thugs who peed on his rug. 4 words to get you. Gotta put in 4 words to get the credit. And the dude he's a hairy character. He's got a big, great big bushy beard, long hair. All right, I'm gonna start the timer now. Got a good chunk of teams in. Looking good. You all have it right so far. Oh, you watched Tolkien on an airplane? Where was I? Where was I that you watched this Nicholas Hoult Tolkien movie and I was unaware. All right, so okay, so the character we're looking for here is Jeff Lebowski, and what 4 words rhyme with Jeff Lebowski? Left the house key. Left the house key is your answer for this one. A lot of teams got that right. Excellent work. And here comes our final puzzle for tonight's game. Very nice. If this hirsute Eurasian reporter had any more fat on his body, he might not be able to pull off his signature neon banana hammock bathing suit. 2 words. Very nice. If this hirsute Eurasian reporter had any more fat on his body, he might not be able to pull off his signature neon banana hammock bathing suit. So yeah, lesson learned. Sorry, I bungled the beginning. Hey man, that's my thing, is making it too confusing at the beginning and not explaining it well. That's just what I do. But then you get it. It's always 3 years of this same arc, and I don't learn how to convey these puzzles any better. But it always comes out in the wash. Everybody always understands by the end. All right, so the character we're looking for here is Borat. What words rhyme with Borat? More fat. More fat are your 2 words here that I was looking for. And 67% of teams got that right. Great. So let's take a look at our scores and standings here as we head into the double points round. We got Trivia Rocks and Quiz Lady with 6, Wapiti with 7, Colo Solo with 8, How Am I Going to Be Optimist with 10, Stallone with 12, Schermerhorn with 13, Green Woods with 14, Chris the Curator with 19, We Own the City 20, Producers 21. Lots of distinct scores here. No real ties. Hot Dog Hideout with 22, Marley, Sterling Cooper, and Quiztastic 4 all with 23. Avis and Bobo in 3rd place with 25. A Few Good Answers with 26. And the Oslo Condition with 27. So it's a pretty close game here coming into our 2 truths and a lie round. So as always, the way this works is I'm going to ask you a question that has 2 answers. 2 of them are correct, each worth a point, but there's a decoy, and if you pick that one, you get 0. All right, so we're keeping on with our siblings round here in honor of the Ghost Twins. We did I Am My Own Twin last week, leaving us with Who Are My Siblings and Titular Brothers and Sisters. So what's it going to be, boy? What are we doing? What do we like? What do we like? It's close. I'm watching the returns come in, and it's close. All right. Oh, it didn't. It did not end up close. It ended up overwhelmingly for Titular Brothers and Sisters. Titular Brothers and Sisters is where we are headed, straight through the center door there. All right. So this round is going to be, I'm going to give you a movie that has brothers and sisters, brothers in or sisters in the title. And it refers to two people, and they are the titular brothers or sisters. They could be figurative brothers or sisters. Usually it is a familial thing, but it could be like a figurative thing. But just who does the title refer to? All right. So your first question here is, hang on, wait. I got to actually find this thing. Wait, brothers and sisters. Here we go. All right. The Brothers Grimm, 2005. Who played the Brothers Grimm? Matt Damon and Heath Ledger, Orlando Bloom. Those are your options. All right, let's do the. Let's be pretty quick on the trigger for these. I'm excited. I'm excited to do the Thanksgiving. I enjoyed Thanksgiving. Last year we did Thanksgiving week. It was the Spielberg Thanksgiving game. So I figured we'll let that one breathe. That was just last year. But it's time to go back to like artists who remade their own work. I'm remaking Thanksgiving. All right, so let's see how everybody did on this one. I think this was pretty easy. The Brothers Grimm in the Terry Gilliam movie were played by Matt Damon and Heath Ledger. Damon and Ledger. Did anybody? A couple people went with Orlando Bloom, but you could buy it. It was Damon and Ledger. All right, question number 2. Sisters, 2015. Tina Fey, Kristen Wiig, Amy Poehler. Which two of these SNL alums were in Sisters in 2015? Been rewatching 30 Rock because I watched SNL on Peacock for like the first time in a couple years, and then it auto-played 30 Rock, and it's the first season is still holds up really solid. All right, so your two here, they've done a lot of work together. It's Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. Let me see. I don't think is anybody gonna fall for Kristen Wiig in this one? One or two people. All right, question number 3. We had sisters in the last question. Now we got brothers, just brothers in 2009. Ryan Gosling, Tobey Maguire, Jake Gyllenhaal. Who were the brothers? All right. So these two brothers in a van, and then a meteor hit. They are Tobey Maguire and Jake Gyllenhaal. Spider-Man and the guy who almost replaced him as Spider-Man. They were the brothers. They are the titular brothers. All right. Question number 4. The Brothers Bloom. Who were the Brothers Bloom? We got Adrian Brody, Ryan. Oh, no, Jason. Well, I guess that kind of gives it away. I'm going to take this off the stream because that gives away the answer, doesn't it? Because I forgot I changed something. It happens. You get a freebie. Basically, if you're paying attention. If you're paying attention, you got a freebie. Because what happened is I thought Ryan Gosling was a better fake out for the other movie. So I moved him out of this one. and put Jason Schwartzman in there, who I thought was a pretty good fake out for this one. But it was, you see, what I did here was I put Ryan Gosling in the middle, so you know that since they don't match each other, that's the wrong one. All right, but it's Adrian Brody and Mark Ruffalo. Question number 5. The Banger Sisters, 2002. Does anybody remember The Banger Sisters? Diane Keaton, Goldie Hawn, Susan Sarandon are your options. Yeah, I'm keeping you on your toes. That is exactly what I'm doing. Everything that I do is intentional. None of it is a mistake brought on by ADHD or sleep deprivation. It is all just 4D chess by me, a very smart man. That kills me too. The Schwartzman I thought was a great fake out for that, because like Brothers Bloom, it's a Ryan Johnson movie, but it like feels like it could be like in that like sort of a Wes Anderson-y vein. All right, so the Banger Sisters. I'm curious. I'm not looking at the returns here. I'm curious to see. Does anybody remember that it was Goldie Hawn and Susan Sarandon playing middle-aged groupies who get back together to have more sex with rock stars, I think, was that movie. All right, question number 6. The Brothers Grimsby, not the Brothers Grimm, but the Brothers Grimsby. Mark Strong, Sacha Baron Cohen, Jason Statham. Who played the Brothers Grimsby in 2016? All right. Another one where I want to ask, did anybody see this movie in theaters? Did anybody, not just you, but anybody? It's Mark Strong and Sacha Baron Cohen. It's like Mark Strong is like a spy guy. He's like a badass spy guy, which is why I put Statham in as the fake out. And Sacha Baron Cohen's like his idiot brother. Whatever. All right, question number 7. The Brothers Solomon, 2007. Your options are Will Arnett, Will Forte, Will Ferrell. Which 2 Wills were in The Brothers Solomon? A movie that I think has like a 3.5 rating on IMDb. All right, so for this one, you had 3 Wills to choose from. But the Will that was not in the mix in The Brothers Solomon is Ferrell. It's Arnett and Forte. Arnett and Forte are the Brothers Solomon from the 2007 film. All right, and your final question of the double points round, Hannah and her sisters. All right, so pick the sisters in line with the rest of these questions. Don't pick Hannah, pick the sisters. Okay, 1986 is Hannah and her sisters. Which 2 of these were the sisters, not Hannah? One of them in the mix there is Hannah. All 3 of these actresses played sisters in this movie, but I'm looking for the sisters. Her sisters, not Hannah. You get it. I don't have to say it again. All right, gang. Before I reveal the answer, let's just get this one out of the way. Okay, it's this is a we know who directed this movie, and I apologize. Okay, we know it's I think he came up in last week's game too, but just getting it, just doing my due diligence and canceling myself. All right, so the Hannah in this movie was played by Mia Farrow, meaning the sisters are Diane Wiest and Barbara Hershey. Diane Wiest and Barbara Hershey are your answers. All right, so let's take a look at your scores and standings here as we head into the post-credits blitz. We got Quiz Lady with 6, Optimus with 10, Wapiti with 11, Trivia Rocks 14, Colo Solo 18, Stallone with 20, Greenwoods 23, Schermerhorn 27, Hot Dog Hideout 32, We Own the City and Chris the Curator tied at 33, Sterling Cooper 35, Producers 36, Quiztastic 4 with 37, Marley's Chains with 39, just out of the top 3. Marley there. Few good answers in the top 3 with 40. Avis and Bobo with 41, and Oslo holding down first place with 43 points. All right, so that brings us to the post-credits blitz, which this season works thusly. I'm going to ask you 2 questions at once. One of them is I deem easier, and that one is worth 1 point. You only have to answer one of these questions. It's like a question, 2 questions that's paired together. You can answer the harder one that's worth 2 points. All right, each there's 3 sets of questions, so a total of 6 points on the table. All right, here comes our first question. First set of questions of the blitz. Name the 2008 comedy in which John C. Reilly plays a titular brother opposite Will Ferrell for 1 point, or name the 2018 Western in which John C. Reilly plays a titular brother opposite Joaquin Phoenix. So you don't have to answer 2, you just have to answer 1. Do you know the 1 pointer in this case is pretty much a layup. So you can bank that 1 point if you want to answer that, or you could go for the other one for 2. Oh, whoops, didn't start the actual timer. My bad. All right, so the answer to the first one, of course, we're talking about Step Brothers, but the second one, a few teams got this one right. It came out 5 years ago. It is called The Sisters Brothers. It's a twofer in the brothers and sisters category. It's The Sisters Brothers. All right, question number 2, set of questions number 2, I should say. Name the sitcom and movie actor who played the Teen Wolf in the original Teen Wolf, or for 2 points, name the sitcom and movie actor who was a Teen Wolf 2 in Teen Wolf 2. So I'm just looking for actor names on this one. Who was the Teen Wolf 2? He was like Teen Wolf's cousin. Some horse shit. Teen Wolf 2, man. That's a wild... What a ripoff. It's just instead of basketball, it's boxing. Instead of like surfing on the car. What does he do instead of surfing on the car? I don't know. But the other change here is instead of Michael J. Fox, which is your 1 point answer, it's Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman, star of a few sitcoms, The Hogan Family, Arrested Development. A lot of people knew the 2-pointer. A lot of people knew the Bait Man. Do the Bart Man. All right, question number 3, your final question of tonight's game. Name, we talked about Killer AI earlier, but we didn't mention Hal. This question's related to Hal. Name the planet that Bowman, Poole, and Hal's ship is traveling towards in 2001, A Space Odyssey, or tell me what happens to that planet at the end of 2010, the year we make contact, for 2 points. It also happens, looking for the not that anyone would make this distinction but me, but looking for the movie 2001 because it's a different planet in the book, but I'm looking for the movie because this is the movie quiz, right? And what happens to that planet? Kind of specifically. All right, starting that final countdown I can't play that song. I'm get a DMCA strike. All right, a lot of teams went for it. Went for the I'll take this. Okay, I'll take this one because it's close. Someone typed what happens as like the fallout of what happens. But okay, so the answer is Jupiter. They're going to Jupiter. So if you put that, you got 1 point. But it doesn't explode exactly. It doesn't explode. It doesn't go supernova. But it does become a sun. Jupiter turns into a second sun. That was what the monolith and all of that wanted all along, was to turn it into a sun. Someone put Europa becomes inhabitable, which is true. That is part of the aliens' design. Why they turned Jupiter into a sun is to turn the ice moon Europa into a habitable location. All right, so that brings us to, that's it. That's the end of this week's game. We made it all the way to the end. All right, so let's see our final scores tonight. Quiz Lady 6, Optimist 10, Wapiti 11, Trivia Rocks 15, Colo Solo 18, Stallone 21, Greenwoods 25, Schermerhorn Stars 30, Hot Dog Hideout 32, We Own the City and Chris the Curator 37, Producers and Sterling Cooper 39, Quiztastic 4 with 40, Marley's Chains 42, Few Good Answers tied for second place with Avis and Bobo with 44 apiece, and your winners tonight with 47 points. It's the Oslo condition. So I'm very curious to put together the standings after this. Also add a point to your score probably, because we had that. I'm going to go back with that issue with the Roy Batty question in round 2. So Oslo got close to the 50-point game. Still nobody's done the 50 pointer yet. Will it happen eventually? Maybe. All right. So there will be no live game. And Helsinki got the pseudo perfect game. They got every question right, but only the 1 pointers. So they got no question. Marley did that a couple weeks ago. That's like the semi perfect game, but it's not a 50 pointer. So it's like a different rubric. But we've had 2 more or less perfect games. Still no 50 pointers though. All right. So no live game, no season 11 game that counts, just an exhibition next week, pre-taped. We will be celebrating Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving Eve. I guess we'll do it. Let's do it normal time so nobody gets confused. We'll just do it at 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock next week. It'll be Happy Thanksgiving. So come back next week. Then we'll be back for the final regular season game the week after that. And then the finale, the season 11 finale, will be on December 6th. All right. So watch the standings. Talk to me on Instagram if you want, and I'll talk to you in the chat. See you in the chat next Wednesday night at 9 for Thanksgiving. Have a great week, everybody.